Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we have Bitcoin pairs. We're looking at a handful of coins here against the price of Bitcoin. Going to be implementing the 20, 30, 50% investment ratio strategy, and we're going to see what EngineeringRobo thinks of the whole ordeal. Whole lot of technical analysis. Feel free to get your sleeping caps on. Super boring video here today. Lots of talking, charting, lines, and more charting. But we go with the flow of crypto, and we watch out for Robo. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto, and feel free to suggest coins in the comment section that you want me to potentially analyze in a future video. Now, we're looking at Ethereum here against Bitcoin. As we mentioned, we have the Robo Cloud by 4 and Golden Cross Robos present. I do believe you will see a lot of our cloud advisor today. The Sell 4 and Bearish Cross coming into play over a month ago have saved you from 31% in downside here, and we are just patiently waiting for the return of bullish Robos to then potentially allow us to consider investing that 50% EngineeringRobo based investment ratio. When 2 of our chosen 3 Robo advisors turn bullish, we can invest 50% of our Ethereum investment in at that level and potentially anticipate some nice gains moving forward. Currently floating between a wide range of strange overhead resistance present at 0.0586. That is going to be a technical resistance level at the moment. If we can find daily candles back above it, interacting with it as support in a very significant manner, we can potentially consider investing that 20% support-based investment ratio at that level. But at the moment, the strongest horizontal level of support that we do anticipate potential continued interaction toward will be this 0.0363 level all the way down below there whenever we get to it, and you can invest 20% at support. 30% of your Ethereum investment can be invested when we find ourselves above this solid descending trend line. At the moment, that is going to be, potentially more toward the end of this year here if we do trade sideways toward my support level. And we will visualize, shorter term downtrends if they present themselves here with the dash downtrend line once more price action has unfolded. And so we just go with the flow of crypto, and we watch out for Robo no matter the situation. We always wait for the confirmations, trade more tactically with a strategy. This is XLM against Bitcoin. Here it would appear interacting with my support level down below 0.00000395 is going to be the support level you can more comfortably and confidently invest that 20% support-based investment ratio if you haven't already back throughout May there. We have this dash descending trend line. You can invest 30% of your XLM investment when we find ourselves above this solid descending trend line here. That is going to be the much more significant downtrend line to consider. And moving forward, we can use this dashed downtrend line though in the kind of like shorter term here to potentially capitalize on some moves upward toward that overhead descending resistance. But I do believe that the more significant downtrend in play will be visualized by this solid descending trend line. And then 50% of your XLM investment can be invested when 2 of our chosen 3 Robo advisors turn to a bullish state, and that has occurred here, it would appear, and we have the Robo Cloud printing green as well here very briefly. So unlike this previous instance where it was only the buy 4 and a green cloud, we now have a buy 4, moon, and a green cloud in play. So potentially we can see XLM see some gains here against the price of Bitcoin, though watch out for that aforementioned dash descending trend line. This is XRP against Bitcoin. Here it would appear, finding ourselves technically approaching resistance overhead. We have 0.000150. That is resistance overhead that needs to be reconfirmed as support by daily candles opening and closing with wicks and bodies above it for a perhaps extended period of time here. We would need significant bullish interaction with this level to consider investing that 20% support-based investment ratio. So far, you can invest that that percentage at support down below, waiting for us all the way down at 0.00000634. That is going to be where you can more comfortably and confidently invest that support-based investment ratio. 50% can be invested here because 2 of our chosen 3 Robo advisors have returned to a bullish state here technically. So you are suggested to consider investing that 50% engineering robo based investment ratio, though I would keep in mind the bearish robo cloud and resistance overhead in play. So before you quickly jump into investing currently, I would perhaps let price action play out for a few more days here to see just a few more interactions with these levels, and then hopefully we can see XRP gain against Bitcoin as the buy for and moon are present. So potential short-term upside here toward resistance may play out. Watch out for this descending downtrend line though. If we find ourselves above it, you can invest that 30% investment ratio, though it will be resistance waiting for us kind of until we get there. Now, finally, Bitcoin, all these coins against Bitcoin. Here we have Bitcoin against Bitcoin. Just kidding. Tether, the mystical anomaly that is US digital dollars. So far, interacting with yet another one of my support levels. We are not eager to jump in at investing based on support confirmations because support has not been confirmed. We would need significant continued bullish interaction with these levels moving forward to consider investing that ratio. At the moment, $28,422 is a nice support level. If we can get ourselves back above it, potentially we can consider investing in at that level once we get back to it. We do anticipate continued sideways and or downside here. We have dragged price action kind of back from December of 2021 there, where we experienced that wick downward, tight descending consolidation, and then a pump toward local overhead resistance, resulting in a continuation downward into a dramatic phase of sideways, which eventually broke downward into this current dramatic phase of sideways, which has printed a wick downward, tight descending consolidation toward support, a break upward toward local resistance forming overhead 32K, giving us a hard time, mentioned in a previous analysis video. And so far we have continued ourselves downward into what I believe is the next phase of sideways here as we, attempt to reverse, pull back, and recover. Far as this early bird in play, by the way, it is invalidated. We would need to see another early bird moving forward to consider it as a buy suggestion. Accumulate here during times of extreme fear. Go, oh no, take profit when Robo says there's FOMO. We are into the fear zone here for the third time ever since 2018, 2017 FOMO zone interactions, where we printed a previous all-time high near $19,700 per Bitcoin, and after printing new all-time highs near $69,000 per Bitcoin, we have proceeded to return not only to the fear zone, but to perhaps previous all-time highs printed back in 2018 there. And so we are just going with the flow of crypto and watching out for Robo. And technically, because we are in the fear zone, you can consider buying Bitcoin with a much longer term uptrend in mind, ever since $37,000 per Bitcoin, all the way down to, in my opinion, perhaps $19,000 per Bitcoin. I personally suspect continued sideways and or consolidation here moving forward. Based on these last two previous fear zone interactions, we have printed 45% in downside relative to entering the fear zone, and we've seen over a month in sideways, perhaps up to like 6 months in sideways. And I do believe moving forward, we have so far almost experienced 45% in downside ever since entering the fear zone, and we've already seen over a month of sideways. We may continue to trade sideways here until the end of the year, and then we can perhaps anticipate some upward movement. We will eventually exit the fear zone and make our way to that FOMO zone, where you can more comfortably and confidently sell some of your Bitcoin and take profits anywhere up within this range. We may not get immediately rejected from it, as you can see here back in 2017, though once we are in it, we do anticipate leaving the FOMO zone and then returning to the fear zone whenever that may be. But we always go with the flow of crypto, and we will be six figures eventually, only when we are ready, not a moment sooner. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analyses, and tune in for the next one.